Yeah, big welcome to you, Leo. The sun in Gemini, the lovers, right? And the moon in your sign. So the sun highlighting, of course, the moon. The sun saying, hey, have you looked at your relationship status? Right? Have you looked in general how you are in relationship to all people, not just your partner, but all people, right? Children and neighbors, etc., etc., right? Sisters, brothers. All relationships are important, and that's what really this card is giving us, right? The highlighting of how we are with ourselves. There is an attachment, of course. When we look at the attachment, we're chained to the earth, we're chained to a feminine energy. Andromeda and Perseus coming and liberating her from the sea dragon, from a sexual energy. Of course, the lovers in the end is not just a relationship, it is the love, a sexual attachment that gets freed here through Perseus, through the sword, right? He is killing the sea serpent, he is killing this dragon. Then here, Edgar Wade, of course, made out of it a triangle story. The conscious is looking at the subconscious, and the subconscious is looking up at the higher conscious. The conscious is attached to the fire, to the lust. The subconscious is attached to bearing fruit, she is seducing, right? Here is the snake, and of course the church made out of her the one that is seducing him, but it's only the hormones that are like making her look like she's voluptuous, right? When the hormones are ready, the woman is becoming more sexy, more attractive to him, so he wants to mate with her. Now, then the next generation is coming. Aleister Crowley made out of it the holy marriage. Here is the sun, here is the moon, and the hermit, the Virgo, is marrying them, right? So these two men were in this secret brotherhood of the Golden Dawn, and this is the Hermetic Tarot, Edgar Wade, Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, of course, if I would go into each of these cards, the reading would be too long, so if you've been with me, please go forward to the reading itself, right? But I have to explain this because this is influencing later on the reading. Now, when we look at this medicine woman, he holds the two masculine element and she holds the two feminine element, and in it they create a beautiful space, and in that space ecstasy can happen. There is beauty in the opposite, right? And I attract what I want to become. Herman Handel, I like his cards as well because he is making here in the rune and the Hebrew alphabet a reconciliation. He was saved as a soldier in World War II by a Jewish soldier. And when we look at this card, there is a cup appearing, right? There is a devil. There is the sea serpent growing out of her hair. There is a rose. There is the hexagram. There is again a spiritual message that is very strong and very powerful. So as we can see, she is not seducing the man by free will. She is literally seducing him by the hormones, right? She is, when she's fertile, she is just very attractive to him. Now here we see, through my card, the yoga position, we have King Pigeon. The hips have to be open, right? North, south, east, west. Then when she reaches back with her arms to her subconscious, right? That's what here in Edgar Wade's card is. The conscious is looking at the subconscious looking up at the higher conscious. So the conscious is reaching back to the foot, and the foot, when I reach back to the subconscious, I can see clearly the angel, which I still have to paint in here. And then the rose is growing out of this tree of knowledge, and here, down here, are the two people. Understanding that there's a big message, because these are major arcana. And the understanding of realizing, right? The sun highlighting now the moon that is in your sign. So this is all about relationship and how important relationships are, because we are within the mirror to the partner, and if we don't realize that how important it is to have relationships where we learn, where we grow, we will never have a real spiritual conscious awakening, right? It will just not happen without that there is another person, right? And especially when there is difficult situation, that's especially your then, okay, how am I acting? How I am a fire sign acting when the wild is wanting to take over, but she's holding with her left hand the head of the left is the feminine, is this gentle, loving way of keeping this wild beast tamed, while she is with her other hand, with her right hand, holding the cup of fire. Of course, here your symbol, the 5-petaled flower. Edgar Waite, of course, created here a beautiful energy where this the reason in you, right, this higher consciousness, the white, is taming this lower consciousness, which is orange, right, which is of course the second chakra, which is the sexual energy. You are pure energy, pure lust, right, you pure passion, and you have the infinite symbol above you. Now, Aleister Crowley made out of you the 11th card and not the 8th card, and for me that doesn't work because you're on the 8th, right? August is the 8th month of the year when we count it, of course, from December on, right? Well, from where the sun is at its lowest point in the sky, right? Here you are lust, riding the lion, right? And holding also here the cup of fire, and it's very, very, right, lust oriented energy. It's like passion. So here in the medicine woman, of course, healing, right? If you heal that wild animal side, all animals can be actually following you. You can have a very magical connection with the animals. Here you are, the serpent around you, the lust, the energy, the sexual energy that is in a way here, right? The female has the serpent. That's the Perseus who kills the snake, the lust. So here there is a really interesting combination happening now when the sun is highlighting you in the energy of also there is a sexual energy that wants to rise out of you, and you need to look at it, right? You need to control it. You need to understand it. Very clear. Here, the infinite symbol of the 8. Here you are in the center of the card. And of course, here we have the day and the night, and you, the Leo pose, right? You can manage all this fire energy, the sun here, literally coming out of your head, out of you. You can manage this energy by using the breath, the lion breath in the yoga, right? So these two together, of course, here's the band. Actually, this is coming here. There's Cancer in between, right? But now the sun is highlighting the moon in your sign. If you're born between July 13 and August 12, of course, you are the classical King of Wands, right? Very powerful, very strong energy here again. You have the wand, you are powerful, right? Just beyond power. Here you are completion of the flute, and of course here you are Brahma. Brahma is the creator of the universe. Brahma is the one that actually is also the trinity of Vishnu and Shiva. He has 4 heads and 4 hands and has the 4 directions, right? So if you open up in your hips in this position, then you can really understand what it means to understand the 4 directions. Okay, so on a day like this, of course, we have a combination of fire and air, right? This is an air sign, Gemini. It's mental, and this is fire sign, passion, right? So mental passion is playing with you. And let's see what the oracle wants to tell you. And of course, we like to eat protein on days like this, right? And the sense organs were connected then, because you are connected to the sense organs, and your body part is the heart and the cardiovascular system. The sun is your planet, which is a star, and the sun right now in Gemini is influencing you very strongly, right? You're the 5th house, which is happiness, which is joy. You can be a creator, you're an entertainer, and you're also someone that is very enthusiastic and spontaneous and inspiring, right? Because you have so much creative ideas. Magic of the night, number 46. 46 is the number 10, and the number 10 in the tarot is connected to the earth, Malkut, the kingdom of the earth. So here we see an elephant, which is the 1st chakra already, which is saying that you have understood a round of what it means to have really good friends, because the owl with its child is sitting on this elephant, and this elephant is bringing them through the night, and the owl is protecting this child, right? So there is already a very beautiful story that friendship is very important for you. There is a friendship, and I'm just going to give you the words for this card, 46. Protector, wonder of the night, big brother, friendship. Okay, so let's see what the tarot wants to tell you. And I see that sometimes we have to rely on friends, right? And we also have to know who can protect us, who is there that is no matter what there, right? A true friend. But most of all, are you a true friend to others? The 8 of Pentacles, that is the sun in Virgo, which comes after you, right, Leo? After you comes Virgo. And this is where we work. She works on painting these butterflies, wings, and she already has done the wings of the other butterflies. And this is a very beautiful work. It's almost like saying, right, your creativity is, you are working on your creativity, you're working on yourself, and you're working with friends. You have a good friend that helps you to work on your creative right, your projects that are dear to you. It's almost like you're at one with these animals. And remember that when we are at one with animals, then we are able to heal. We're able to heal through this connection with the animals, this animal side in you that you want to come into a union. And 8 is the infinite number, and 8 is connected to you, right? The 8 is above you. Then there is Scorpio, a king of cups. So there's a Scorpion in you, or there's something in you that you realize you got to add more the water element, more the cup element, because you are, when you see this, right, this is the fire, the red triangle going up, and blue, the blue triangle going down, which is the water. So you are the red triangle, and now you have the blue triangle coming down, and there is a combination, there is something happening here that you're learning to incorporate, right? You're learning to incorporate also, like going deeper down into your guts, going deep back into your subconscious and looking what is there, what kind of sharks are still happening there. So you're working on something, you're working on yourself. Then the Two of Pentacles is coming into an equilibrium, right? When you do that, then you can balance constantly, because that's Jupiter in Capricorn, and that's a harmonious change, a change of constantly up, inhale and exhale, a harmonious change, constantly inhale and exhale, coming up and coming down, using that, right, incorporating now the feminine, incorporating the healing is what is going to make you stand on this building and holding again the infinite symbol and playing with it that's above your head. So there is a Capricorn, there is an attachment to the first dimension. And it's saying, okay, have a look, right? And I just want to have a look what the words are with this. You are fallen, you are tempted, you are pulled into an excess, corruption, and maybe you should look into something that you maybe pushed too far. And of course, Amnamida Muscaria, right? We have here the 1, 2, 3 stages of an evolution. And this is the first stage, this is the first chakra, right? This is card number 15, which is also the number 6. And so the number 6 is referring back to this. There is an attachment to something in your mind where you want something to work a certain way, particularly your way, right? But you got to change the way you look at it. You got to be able to play with the dualities. Don't go into just one. And then comes the Star. And that's almost the next card, right? But of course, in between comes the Tower, which is the second. And after the Tower comes the Star, which is the third chakra. So it's the first chakra, the second, and you immediately realize something. Something is really working on you, right? So the Scorpio, this emotional, going deeper into your subconscious, is making you realize something. There's a liberation from this, so you are not getting attached to it anymore. You're not caught in the web of spiders. And nevertheless, you still see the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is when we see that the goose is protecting you from the rain. Nevertheless, the woman is not even noticing how fortunate she is that someone, but it could also almost be that, yeah, there is rain, but maybe the goose is putting a shadow over you, but is protecting you. Maybe there is light outside and she's putting the shadow over you, but you see it as something negative. So it's in the eye of the beholder. The Four of Cups is always Moon in Cancer. So you have everything, but you're still not satisfied. You're not happy. Right? You're not happy. Because they're not looking at each other, right? The devil, or like the Capricorn, and this is an Aquarian, this is Aquarius, right? So there's a Capricorn and an Aquarius coming here into your life, and for some reason helping you, right, to overcome, to move from this dimension into a higher dimension, into the age of Aquarius. But you're still not happy. You're still not, right? Something is not fulfilling you. Why? Well, because you don't see truly something in the right way, right? You see that the cup, this is the 5. The 5 is always like the cup at this point is either half full or half empty. How do you see it? And it looks like you see it like half empty. But you can just change your perspective, right? You can change, you go from 4 to 5, and you go financially into a little bit of a trap, right? You're trapped in here. You're holding on to something that is not working. And of course I want to see what's underneath, where it's going. Ah, look at this. So you got to begin fresh. You got to begin fresh, because this is the flower facing down, flower growing up. Realize that when you work on yourself, that when you open up, when you continuously seeing the element of the water coming, adding the element of water to the element of fire, which is the red triangle, the water comes in. When you do that, you start realizing many things, right? Then you start realizing how difficult it is to balance in this dual act constantly. It's not just a little bit. You have to do it all the time, and your breath does it. Your inhale and your exhale perfectly give space to each other. You know how to do it. But then there is this attachment. Then you want to reach high, and it's not working. And because it's not working, because you're reaching too high, you are also disappointed. And in that disappointedness, you fail to see that sometimes things need to go. There are lessons, right? But something is saying you will grow. And this is the Page of Pentacles. The Page is Taurus, is Virgo, and is Capricorn, right? There's a new perspective, a new way of looking at it. No matter what's happening in your life, right? No matter how much you work, Virgo, right? How much you worked on yourself, you have to again and again start coming into your senses, start coming into your middle path, right? You in the middle, 5 is in the middle. You can go down, but you can also go up. You see that? But she's looking down. She doesn't want. She's looking down. It's almost like you don't want help. You don't want. But there's a young generation that wants to come, and for that you are, I think, doing the work. Because a new flower is growing out, right? You let go of the old, and a new flower is growing up, and then you are here, very new. It's like that this child, this owl, is here. She knows she's protected. She knows she has here someone she can sit on. She knows someone is putting their wings over her. Right? It's almost like there's a situation of like you growing up. You need to grow up. You need to detach yourself, of course, from a lot of energy, but there's hope, right? There's always hope. And there it is, right? There she is. She sees you, you know. The deeper down you go, the more you find true hope. The more you find truly what's working, what's not working. And of course this is not working, but sometimes we learn. Through this we learn, and you will come out of it. You have to, because the next generation is there and is going to help you to grow up, right? You rely on your friends. You have friends. Find friends that help you to come out of this funk. It's like, almost feels like you're in a funk. So let yourself be helped, right? This is the sentence. I am allowed to ask for help. Open up. Breathe. Open up your hips. Open up your heart. Allow the water to come into your fire, into this fire energy. Allow it. Good. Wow. Then we see each other in the next reading. That's when the sun is in Cancer, in the success, right? In the Chariot. So let's see where you're moving this, right? And I can see you moving this into a new phase, of growing up. Then I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.